Under the series of forced convective heat transfer, in this video we are going to study flow over flat horizontal plate and formation of velocity boundary layer. Related to the boundary layer, what is boundary layer, how it is formed, how flow pattern varies in boundary layer, what is the thickness of boundary layer, and how to calculate the thickness of boundary layer. We are going to find out the answers for all these questions. Now to answer the question that what is a boundary layer, imagine that the fluid is flowing with free stream velocity. What is free stream velocity? The free stream velocity is the velocity that is not affected by any other forces. That is, it is not affected by any other forces. That is why it is called as a free stream velocity. This fluid is flowing with the free stream velocity v, and if the flat plate, this is the flat plate, if the flat plate is kept in its path, then the velocity of the fluid and the flow pattern of the fluid will change in this way, and it is called as a formation of a boundary layer. Now, to answer the question that how boundary layer is formed, we will assume the two assumptions over here. The first one is that there is no slip condition. So what is no slip condition? The no slip condition is that when the fluid strikes the flat plate at this point, the velocity of the fluid will become zero. That is, the velocity of the fluid will become, if affected by the flat plate, and it will become zero at this point, and it is called as a no slip condition. And if the velocity of the fluid will not become equal to zero, then it is called as a slip condition. But in this video, uh, but in this case, we are assuming no slip condition. That is, velocity of the fluid will become zero when it strikes the flat plate at this point. Now our second assumption is that the flow is fully developed. That is, as we move further in the direction of the flow, the velocity of the fluid will not change with respect to distance. That is, dv by dx is equal to 0. Now imagine that this is the flat plate, and the fluid is flowing on the plate in the form of multiple layers. The velocity of the bottom layer, that is this will be zero due to the no slip condition and the viscous forces offered by the plate, but the viscosity gradually decreases, and hence the velocity gradually increases as the distance increases from the plate. And the point comes where the velocity of the fluid will almost equal to the free stream velocity, that is v, and beyond that the velocity is not going to change. That is, the flow will become fully developed beyond this point. Now beyond that, we can and if we connect all the and if we draw the line along with this, it is called as a velocity profile. It is called as a velocity profile for this particular point. We can draw velocity profile for multiple points on a plate, and if we collect all those points, the locus of all those points is called as a boundary layer. So the boundary layer is defined as the locus of points at which the fluid is 99, the velocity of the fluid is 99% of the free stream velocity. That is, for each and every point on this line, the velocity is 99% of the free stream velocity. Velocity at each and every point on this line is 99% of the free stream velocity. Now, to study what exactly happen in the boundary layer, we will exaggerate the boundary layer which we have studied in the previous slide, and you can see it here that the boundary layer is divided into the three sections. That is a laminar layer, transition region, and turbulent region. In the laminar region, you can see that the flow is a streamline, that is almost a straight line flow is going over here. That is why it is called as a laminar region. In the transition region, the curls are about to start in this region. That's why it is called as a transition region. And in the turbulent region, you can see the complete curls are there. That is why this is called as a turbulent region. You can see also here, this is the velocity profile for laminar region, and this is velocity profile for the turbulent region. That is the velocity of the as we have studied earlier, the velocity of the fluid in the bottommost layer is a zero, and it increases gradually until the point comes where it becomes almost equal to the free stream velocity, and it is the point on the boundary layer. This is a more simplified diagram for the boundary layer. As you can see here that the boundary layer merges smoothly and asymptotically into the mainstream, so it becomes difficult to determine the thickness of boundary layer. So the question arises over here that what is the thickness of boundary layer? The distance between the flat plate and the boundary layer is called as a boundary layer thickness. And as the boundary layer merges smoothly and asymptotically into the mainstream, it becomes difficult to find out the thickness of boundary layer. But theoretically we can find out the thickness of boundary layer by using this formula. For a laminar region, the boundary layer thickness is calculated by using this formula, where delta is the thickness of boundary layer and Rex is the Reynolds number. That is, for this particular point at a distance x from the starting of the flat plate, if we want to calculate the thickness of boundary layer, that is at this distance, then we can use this formula, and we will get the thickness of boundary layer at this particular point, where Rex is the Reynolds number at this particular point. Similarly, for the turbulent layer, if we want to calculate the boundary layer thickness, we can use this formula where Rex is the Reynolds number for this particular point, and if we use the value of the Reynolds number at this point, we will get this thickness of boundary layer. I hope you understand the concept of velocity boundary layer. In our upcoming videos, we will study thermal boundary layer and the relation between the thermal boundary layer and velocity boundary layer, that is Prandtl number. Till that, thanks for watching this video and keep watching more videos on this channel. Thank you.